What's up, everybody? So today I just want to try and see if we can't figure out exactly what's wrong with this EK hatch here. But before we get into it, just a quick little backstory. I'm just going to tell y'all everything I know about the car. I'm the third, possibly fourth owner in a very short time span on this car. Something happened to it and it quit running. The person I got it from was told that it had a broken rod, and supposedly a rod was hanging out of the oil pan. I didn't jack it up or anything, but I looked under there and I didn't see anything, and I hit him up and he said the same thing. He didn't even look at it. He did say that there was a spot of oil under the car after I pulled it out of his garage and brought it down here, but neither one of us actually took the time to confirm that anything was broken on this. So I'm just going to go through this step by step and see if we can't figure out exactly what's actually wrong with this car. This engine doesn't really matter because I'm building this one. I've got it torn down, got a box of parts and stuff here. I did a quick parts update the other day. If you missed that, there's a link right here. Show y'all what's in these boxes. But first thing I'll do is just verify that we have fuel pump. That is one of the easier things to do because we can literally just listen for it. So it does sound like fuel pump's running. Let's go ahead and prime it a few times. And I haven't checked spark or anything, but since we seem to have some battery power and the fuel pump seems to be working, it was missing the ECU, so I'll plug that in. It's just a Y7 ECU. So let's go ahead and see what it'll do. Oh. It wanted to start. Maybe that fuel gauge is wrong and it just needs some gas. I got some gas right here in the lift of the Civic, so throw some gas in this thing. See if it makes a difference. So I definitely say the gas gauge is broken because it was showing more than full and it just took 3 gallons out of that jug. It'd be kind of crazy if this thing was just out of gas the whole time. It wants to. Alright, let's see if there's any fuel getting to the fuel rail. All I'm going to do is crack the feed right here. And we do have fuel flow. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that the injectors are working, but at least we know the pump is working and everything's getting through the system up to this point. I went ahead and pulled this out, and I'm going to spray some starter fluid in there. Maybe help give it a little jump start. Well, it kind of ran there for a second on like 1 or 2 cylinders. So I guess we'll pop that distributor cap off and start looking at spark and make sure spark's okay. Still not 100% confident that feels okay, but go and check spark, and then we'll go from there. Not perfect, but it don't look bad. A little worn. Again, not too bad though. I'll take a piece of sandpaper and clean all that off real quick. See if it makes a difference. Looks like it's probably okay though. So yeah, we've definitely got some misfires there. I'm going to take a spark tester and go through and verify that it is a spark issue. Good spark there. Cylinder 2 has fire. Cylinder 3's got fire. Last one. And cylinder 4 has got fire. But this thing will only run if it's at wide open throttle. And it seems to have fire. Fuel's questionable. I'm just going to take a little while to look around, mess with a few things, and then I'll let y'all know what I figure out. But I am making some good progress. I just started switching plugs around and moving wiring and stuff. And it actually started to, I wouldn't say run, but I did get it to start and rev, and then it just dies. So see if we can't get it to do that again for y'all. That is a bunch of oil coming out of it. Oh man. That's a lot of oil coming out of the exhaust. Well, at least we got our answer. Same thing happened to this one as what happened to the red car. So, good thing we did not try and save it, and we're going to build this engine instead. But at least now we know what's actually wrong with this car. For the most part, we don't know exactly what it is, but we definitely know there's something very wrong in the bottom end. So it's kind of a bummer we couldn't get this thing up and moving and going down the road. Be pretty cool to have an extra little beater car while we build this engine, but oh well. When I got the car, I was told it was blown up, so I wasn't ever expecting to actually run this engine. I was just kind of curious to see what would happen. But alright, that's 2 weeks in a row and 2 blown up single cams. So starting to get in a little pattern of broken engines on the channel, and hopefully we can break that pattern pretty soon and get everything back up and running. But thanks for watching. If you want to see some more Honda stuff, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you next week for another one.